So as a photographer, you want to spend more time out there and less time in here, but the reality of things is often you're home editing your pictures, promoting your business, working on everything that goes into running a photography business, and for most of you that's a home office. So today I'm going to give you a tour of my home office, show you my chair, my desk, my entire setup, all the little accessories that I like to use in my day-to-day. So let's head upstairs to my office and let's talk photography. All right, here we are, my command center. This is where I run my YouTube business or my YouTube brand, my channel. I do everything here, my live streaming, my episodes, my editing. And this is also where I run my photography business, do my editing for my photography, answer my emails, and just kind of everything that goes along with running a photography business. And these days I'm trying to be home more. I think I traveled for like just way too much of the years for work, and I never really got into like a normal lifestyle where I could actually be home, be with my dogs, have a social life and things like that. And COVID kind of changed my outlook on things. I'm still traveling for work quite a bit, but I'm just trying not to do it like all the time. I'm not trying to spend like months away from home. So with that came the need to have like a proper workstation. Before, I always worked with my laptop. I always worked at cafes, at airport lounges, on airplanes, and in my hotel room. And then with COVID, I was forced to work at home. So I kind of changed that remote desktop setup, my laptop sort of set up whenever I traveled, to this little station here. I've been building it and tweaking it for the last couple of years. And I kind of finally have it where I want it, and I'm very comfortable. And I just wanted to share some of my favorite pieces of gear and accessories that have made this workstation a lot more comfortable for me, and have made it so like I don't actually mind working at a desk for hours upon hours. And I'll start with what is the most important part for me, is comfort and chair and ergonomics. I am 44 years old, and carrying photography equipment for all these years and video equipment has kind of done its number on my back. I do a lot of cycling as well, and that's contributed to like nerve issues, but it kind of all can be traced back to all my time carrying my gear on like a sling bag off to one side, kind of contributed to lower back issues. So for you young photographers out there that have a lot of gear, first of all, probably don't need all that gear. Second of all, buy a backpack, or just buy a back that's really comfortable, and make sure you bend and pick up things properly. So it all starts here with this chair here by a Vietnamese company who actually gave me this. I've been working in a collaboration with them, but I've been using their products for a long time now, and I could say I absolutely love their desk, I love their chair, I love everything that they make. The company's called Epyon, and this is their Ergo Chair Pro, and it retails for about $360. Unfortunately, at the time, it only is available in Vietnam, but man, I love it. I can't say enough good things about this chair. Everything can be customizable, everything can be dialed in. Even the armrest here can be tilted in, tilted out, can be adjusted up or lowered. The chair itself is adjustable up and down like most chairs are. It's a swivel chair. It has this fantastic breathable fabric, and why that's important to someone like me working in Vietnam, living in a very hot and humid climate. And of course, the only room in my house that doesn't have wiring for AC yet, we're working on that, is my office. So I sweat a lot, so it's great that it has this very breathable fabric here. The headrest as well is adjustable. So it can go up and down, and it can pivot as well to sort of conform to your neck. And then my favorite part of this chair is this little thing down here. It has this like little footrest here that flips out and tucks away. And if you really want to get cozy and comfortable, you can sort of recline way back here. That's right, I wear shorts, so you had to see my white legs there. Sorry about that. But whenever I want to sit back and watch, like if my team has sent me a video that they're about to send out to a client, I want to watch it, and I want to sit back and relax a bit because it's a longer video, or if I'm just learning something on YouTube, or I just want to take a break but don't want to leave my office, chill with my dog in my chair, it's kind of the perfect way to like relax and lounge. It's super comfortable. It has great lumbar support. Like I mentioned, I've got that bad lower back problem, so you can adjust the lumbar support here in the back and stay very ergo and upright. So I just really dig it. Very comfortable, very customizable, and for you guys out there that are starting with your home workstation, I would highly recommend just getting a very, very comfortable chair. I would say if you're gonna spend money on anything, I'd invest in a very comfortable chair, and that's what this is, and I absolutely love this chair. I'll put a link to everything that I'm gonna talk about today in the description box below, so don't worry about that. If you missed the name, missed the price, or anything like that, I'll put links there at the end. Next, I've got sort of a mega desk system. I've got my main desk here with my desktop on it and my second screen. And this is where I do all my recording, and off camera here, I've got my whole YouTube setup. And then over here, I've got this adjustable desk by Epyon as well. So this is a standing or sitting desk. I've got it in black, but they make other colors as well. This also retails for about $350. I love this because sometimes, again, I want to take a break. I want a different position. This can be raised and it can be programmed. So you just have these little buttons. You set it to your exact height. You program that to button 1. You hit 1, it goes down to your sitting position. You have it programmed to your standing point exactly. You hit that button, you hit 2, it's programmed, boom, goes right up. So I use this area here for my editing station. I do most of my video editing for my YouTube channel on my iPad. So I have a little setup here with a Moft smart desk mat. I did a full review on that before, but it's a great little organizational little, it's like its own little workstation for my iPad on its own. So I've got my iPad pen in there. I've got my iPad set up, my charging little station there. So I do my editing for the channel over there, and my recording and my work over here for my photo editing and things like that on these 2 big screens. And it also has a cable management system underneath. You could put one of those big power strips under there and just connect everything that needs power on there. So I really dig that. So those are my 2 main things right there, my desk and my chair, both by Epion, really cool company. So while I'm on the topic of comfort and ergonomics, let's talk about my little setup here, my little peripherals that I have set up here. I swapped out, I'm an Apple person through and through, but I did swap out their keyboard and their Magic Mouse for something that was more ergonomically friendly for an old man like me with not only lower back issues, but I also have carpal tunnel problems and ulnar nerve issues from cycling. So got all sorts of old man stuff. It's not fun getting old. So to start off here, I've got the Logitech Ergo K860 keyboard. It's a Bluetooth keyboard. It has this built-in armrest here, which really does come in handy for someone like me. I've got my arms rested on my chair here, but also as well on the keyboard. So I used to have tons of issues typing, like really, it was painful, get numb. I'd lose like all sort of strength in this hand after like an hour of working. This has changed that. I don't have those problems anymore. I've coupled that with their MX vertical mouse here. And again, game changer as well. Not just the comfort, but the productivity that the mouse offers me. I absolutely love it. Customizable buttons, Bluetooth. It does have some little buggy systems working with a Mac. It's like they're forced to play nice with each other, Logitech and Mac, but it's like they don't want to. You have to do a couple little workarounds, and there are some little bugs here. Every once in a while, I have to like turn off the keyboard and turn it back on again to make like my copy and paste shortcuts work, things like that. It's kind of odd. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of buggy, and it bugs me. I know, corny. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but I just love this keyboard because you can adjust it. You can put it higher, you can put it lower, depending on what you like, but it's got this nice curvature to it, and it's got this built-in wrist rest. You can't take it off, just so you know, it's all one piece. And it's a bit chunky, but I have a big desk, so I don't mind that. So the keyboard comes in at about $130, and the mouse comes in at $100. So no, it's not cheap, but I don't mind paying for comfort. I don't mind paying for being pain-free. Underneath that, I've got a cheap but very large size felt mat here. I just like having these things. I bought this in Vietnam. I bought it online. It was cheap. Grove Made makes a really expensive one, but it looked like it was almost the same as that quality, and it was like a third of the price. So I use that because my desk is a little bit slippery, so the keyboard will move around a bit. This sort of keeps things in place and keeps things organized. And I've got a nice little Grove Made mouse pad as well with a little slot there that I can keep my Apple Pen on. Moving on to some other little things, moving on to my audio, something important to me because I'm listening to music on my headphones. Sometimes I'm working very, very early in the morning. Sometimes I'm doing my one-on-one coaching calls, so I like to have a really good set of headphones, and I like wireless headphones, so I bought a pair of Apple AirPods Max. Absolutely love them. Quality is incredible. Noise canceling is incredible. Love them. They're expensive, but it just works with my whole Apple ecosystem. Everything works perfectly when I switch from working on my desktop to going over to my laptop to working on my iPad and then taking my phone and listening to a podcast downstairs when I'm making my coffee. So it's just very versatile. It works really well, but also just the quality is incredible. Here in Vietnam, because it's so humid, every pair of expensive headphones I bought in the past, the foam just like sort of came apart in them, and they just really like melted after like a year or so. These you can buy replacement cups for them. That's really nice, and also they're just not made from that material where it's going to fall apart. So totally happy with that. Staying with the Apple ecosystem, I've got a HomePod Mini. Downstairs, I've got the HomePod regular size ones, and throughout the house, I have HomePod Minis. I use them for music in different houses. My wife and I can listen to different music in different rooms at the same time. We use the intercom system quite a bit. Sometimes she's downstairs and she wants to like relay a message to me. The sound quality for the price is incredible. Happy with those. Got one on my desk here. And again, I use them throughout the entire house. While staying with the Apple system here, I've got, it sounds like an Apple ad here, but my desktop, I've got an iMac maxed out completely. It's like from 2019. I've got it fully maxed out because I am working with large files and I like things to happen quick, so I don't mind paying for that because it's really my work tool and everything I do runs through that. Even my whole streaming system, it just requires a lot of processing power, so very happy with this. At some point, I'll probably upgrade to like their new one with their new M chip. Other little accessories here, I've got some little things from Muji here. I've got this little drawer here that I use to just store little extra things in. I've got this little fragrance oil I bought from Muji. I like Muji's minimalistic products, but their interior fragrance oil, I got the green one. I put that on my desk. I have to replace it like once every month or two, but those little sticks. It actually works. Smells nice when I come to the office. It's a nice way to start my day. It's nice little scents throughout the day. Other little accessories I have on here, I've got a Logitech, got a lot of Logitech and a lot of Apple products. I've got a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. I use that. This is my main camera here for my YouTube. I use this for my one-on-one coaching sessions. And while I'm talking about those guys, this is a great moment to segue into that. I do offer one-on-one coaching for anyone interested in improving their photography skills. I've got all sorts of different packages on there, from 1-hour sessions to monthly mentorship programs. You can check all that out at justinmott.com. But I use this webcam for my classes. So when I have my whole class set up, I've got my lighting set up, I've got my webcam here. It's a 4K web camera. And I will say it was pricey for a web camera. It's $200. It's got the little flip shade thing, which I like for privacy. It clips easily on top of my screen here. I do like that. It plugs directly into my computer, powers that way, so that's nice. One less plug to plug into an actual outlet. It was kind of the best of the best at the time, but since then, Insta360, which I'm starting to dig their products a lot. I got the little Instago 2 camera, which I like, but Insta360 came out with a really cool webcam with some really nice features. I'd be interested in checking that out or maybe upgrading at some point in the near future. Moving on over here, I've got a Yeelight monitor light here. This is the Yeelight Monitor Light Bar Pro. It's a light that clips onto your screen here, easily attaches to your screen. You can rotate it. It has an RGB light on the back, so if you want to get funky with your colors, I don't, but some people do. It has that option on the back. Everything can be controlled through this little dial here. I love this thing. So it doesn't require a wire. It runs off of batteries, runs off of Bluetooth, and you can turn your light off, and you can turn it on again just by clicking it, and you can dial up the intensity by spinning the dial. It's very functionally friendly, which user-friendly, I guess is the better way to say that, but I like it a lot. You can change the color temperature on the front as well. I just use it to illuminate my desk. I often work at nighttime. I hold weird hours, and I also use it as a light when I'm doing like product reviews and live streams, because I can rotate the Brio down here, my little webcam here, and I can light up this space here without having to even use my main big lights that I use from my YouTube channel. Another little thing, I've got a little headphone stand. I don't like just having my headphones on the desk. I like having a little stand there, a little wire to charge them there. So I just bought, Grovemade makes a really expensive one. I just bought like a Grovemade equivalent in Vietnam. I don't even know the brand, but it wasn't that expensive. Just a nice little heavy stand here to hang my headphones on. Moving on to the streaming part of my setup. Oh, before I go into that, you guys, if you could just take a moment right now, if you're enjoying my ugly head talking about photography related stuff, then take a moment and just gently press the like button. You don't need to smash it, just press it. That would be helpful. If you're really enjoying me, hit the subscribe button. And if you're really enjoying me, hit the join button to become a member for $4.99 a month, where I have all sorts of bonus content, weekly live stream for members only, contests for members only, all sorts of stuff on there. We even have our own private Facebook group where you can share photos, talk about photos, and get feedback from myself and from your peers. So for streaming here, I'll start with one of my favorite items that I bought here. This is a Rode PSA-1 boom arm. They now make like a nicer version of that, but I've been happy with this version. I've got two of these. I use one to mount my microphone here so I can take it, move it out of the way, bring it back in. It's just very adjustable, spring-loaded, and it just keeps everything kind of organized, and I can use it when I can bring it out when I need it and tuck it away when I don't. So I've got two of them here. They mount easily to your desk. It just uses a little clamp system. Absolutely love this thing. What a great purchase. I looked around for different ones, different models. There are cheaper ones, but I just found these work perfect, and if it ain't broke, I didn't try to fix it. So I used it initially to mount my microphone, and then I started using it to mount my camera as well. I thought, why not do that? So I've got my Sony a7 IV here, mounted on PSA-1 boom arm here. And again, I can bring it all out, I can tuck it back. I can bring you closer, or I can bring you away. I can bring you in, I can bring you up, I can bring you down. Now I'm gonna mess up all of my footage here. Over here, I've got an Atmos monitor where I can monitor myself here. I've just got it mounted on a little Joby tripod here. And that runs an HDMI cable through my computer here, so I can see myself on the screen here, just so I can check things out, make sure it's recording, make sure everything's working. For the microphone, I went with the Shure MV7. I love this microphone because it's just super easy to use. I found the quality has been exceptional, but it's great for anyone out there that does live streams, or even if you just want better audio quality for your Zoom sessions or anything like that. It's just fantastic. But for recording for my live streams, recording for my YouTube videos, I found this very useful, and I don't have to do much, which I like. I don't have to mess around with any settings. I just basically turn it on, put it on auto settings, and it works just perfect, and actually doesn't pick up a lot of the heavy fan noise around me, so I've been very happy with this microphone. It comes in at about $250, and that does not include the boom arm. And then in addition to that, the last piece of equipment, the last piece of hardware for my streaming and for my YouTube channel is this little Stream Deck by Elgato here. This is just a nice little customizable Stream Deck here, so if I want to switch to presentation mode, you can set like anything on here with these customizable buttons. So you just click the button, you can have sound effect, you can have animation come up, You could put like an on break message. You could change to different cameras. You can set this up to kind of basically do everything. It's very intuitive. It's great for live streamers, but great for people that are doing their own YouTube channel and they don't want to do a lot in editing. They want to do it in real time. You can do it all right here with a press of the button. And again, very easy to use. This comes in at about $150. And then off to the side, not really desk related, but YouTube related, I've got two of these Cobra Lights here. I've got one as my little backup light here with a Joby on it, which is basically creating these interesting patterns back here to make it look like the light shining through. It's not, I'm lying to you guys. And I've got my key light over here on a softbox and I can control everything through my phone here. So I can turn it off, turn it on, change the intensity, change the color temperature, all that through the app here. So I really just dig them. They're small. I can tuck them off to the side. I just have them on just standard light stands and they work perfect. Again, I like everything set up so I can get into my live streaming quick and easy and just get right into it. And then when I don't want to use it, I don't want it in my way. So this is why I have this set up this way. This is why I bought all these products. So that's most of the gear. Just 2 bits of software worth mentioning. Of course, I use a lot of different software for different things, but I figured just while I've been talking about streaming, while I've been talking about productivity, and this is not sponsored at all because I've seen a lot of people talking about this software online. It's kind of like thrown in your face. And usually when these new products are like thrown in your face by every single YouTuber, I'm usually pretty wary of them, but I did test it out. I've started using this productivity app called Notion. Again, no sort of affiliation with them yet, although I did sign up for their affiliate link, which I may or may not put in here, but I've been using it for a long time. I've been using the free software. They have paid versions. We can have teams and things like that, but I use it just for myself, but I'll probably upgrade my entire team for my other businesses to use this as well, but I love this software. It's a fantastic, intuitive software that I basically run my entire personal brand, my Justin Mott brand, my educational brand, and my YouTube channel as well. So I do my scripting on here, I do my planning on here, I do my to-do list on here, I have my week all planned on there, I do quick notes on here. There's all these great little templates that all these other YouTubers have created that you can steal off of them or they give them away for free if you sign up for the newsletter. I've been using them because I'm not good at creating my own templates, but I'm good at knowing what I like and following other people's templates. So I've been doing that and I've been loving the software. I'm sure it's going to be paid at some point. That's usually how they hook you in, right? You get used to it. You get used to it, you rely on it, and then you've got to pay a service. But so far, the free version has been fantastic for me. Again, every YouTuber's been throwing it down your throat, but I like it. I dig it. It's been super helpful for me. It's keep my entire life, personal life, and my business life organized. And the other piece of software I've been using a lot is also free. I've been using OBS. It's open broadcast software. I've been using it for all of my live streaming, even recording my YouTube episodes. It's great. You can set up different cameras on there, check your audio, put in all these overlays. You can really customize it any way you want. It took me like a couple days to sort of learn it and dial it in, but free software, very helpful again for people that are into live streaming. Check it out. There's other softwares as well. I've just used this one. Everyone talked about this one. Everyone said, you have to try this one. I've used it. I've loved it. And I actually sold my Blackmagic 810 Mini and just used this instead. So that's my entire setup. That's my sort of productivity / YouTube setup. This is it. 2 desks, a very comfortable chair, a bunch of expensive little bits that keep me comfortable and are very ergonomically friendly. That's why I like to invest my money. You know, you don't need this entire setup. This is just what works for me. And a lot of things I have on here, there are cheaper options of them. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I thought it'd be fun to share. I would say for all of you out there that don't want to spend a lot of money, but if you're gonna splurge on one thing, splurge on a comfortable chair like this. I mean, whatever that version is for you, do it. Something that's ergonomically friendly, something that's comfortable. Spend the money on that. That's where you're gonna be putting your time. It'll help you prevent injuries later on. So that's it. That's my entire setup. That's my workstation. That's where I film every day. That's where I run my business. This is where I kind of do everything. This is my little command center. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions specifically about any of the gear I mentioned, let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to list everything that I talked about in the description box, so check that out, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to have a wonderful day.